Hi kids. I hope all of you are doing well. Hope you all are safe, healthy, and I hope all of you have enjoyed your summer breaks. I'm sure all of you have done your assignments and complete your holiday homework as well. So welcome back to Mulberry classes of class 5. So student, in the previous videos we have completed lesson number 1 and 2 and we have done the revision as well. And lesson number 1 and 2 will cover in your first unit test. And if you're having any confusion or any doubt in lesson number 1 and 2, you can ask in your live online classes. Okay, so now let's just get started with chapter number 3, which is Ashraf invention. Please take out your book and open page number 42. Here it is, chapter number 3, Ashraf's invention. So Ashraf is the name of a boy. An invention, the meaning of invention is a thing that has been made or designed by somebody for the first time, right? So, in this chapter, we are going to discuss the invention of Ashraf, right? So, follow the picture instructions and make a paper aeroplane. So, if you look here in the picture, it talks about how we can create paper planes out of a sheet, right? One sheet is given here and some instructions are given here. By following these instructions, you all can create a paper plane, and I know all of you have done that. I'm pretty sure because I have seen you in school making paper boats, making airplanes of papers and flying them to each other, right? Even I know how to make this paper plane. So, student, when we are kids, our minds are very curious. We want to know how things work. We want to know how things are doing. We want to know how things go inside. The various things are available to us everywhere. For instance, a radio, or a television, or a laptop, a computer, or a mobile phone. Aren't we curious how it works? Aren't we curious how aeroplanes work? How they are able to fly even they are so heavy, right? So when I was kid, I was also very curious about so many things. So here we have a story of a little boy who is very curious and is involved in a lot of experimentation. I hope you all have also done a lot of experiments, and now also at your homes you are doing so many experiments. So this boy Ashraf, he likes inventing with whatever is available to him. So here the story is about Ashraf's invention. So let's begin with it. Let us read a story about Ashraf, a boy from Nigeria who loved to invent things. So this is a story about a little boy whose name is Ashraf, and where is he from? He is from Nigeria, and he loved to invent new things. The day began like any other day, except for one thing: Ashraf was in a hurry. He rushed to eat breakfast, he rushed to pick up his school bag, and he rushed to get on the bus for school. So, like the other days, this day also began. But something was different today. What was different? That Ashraf was in a hurry burry. And he just eat his breakfast very quickly. He rushed to pick up his school bag and he rushed to get on the bus for school. Everything else was happening slowly. He noticed that Ada, the bus driver's foot, barely touched the pedal. Ada was determined to take her time this morning. So, student, everything was happening slowly. And what Ashraf noticed today? That this morning Ada was driving the bus very slowly. What does it mean? Foot barely touched the pedal. It means the driver did not make the bus move faster. So why Ada was not moving the bus faster? Because she was taking care of all the students, of all the kids. She was not in a hurry. So she was just driving the bus slowly. Right? But today Ashraf was in hurry, and Ada was determined to take off her time this morning. Determined means determined that she had made up her mind. Okay, that she wants to move the bus slowly because Ada was not in a hurry, but Ashraf was in a hurry. So, when Ashraf finally glimpsed the low brown school building, he rushed to the front of the bus. Not so fast, Ada boomed. Wait for the bus to stop completely first. So, what happened next? When Ashraf finally glimpsed means got a quick view of something. So when Ashraf just got a quick view of his school brown building, the school was in brown color. The building of the school was in brown color, painted with brown color. So when Ashraf saw the school building, he quickly rushed to the front of the bus, to the front gate of the bus. But what happened? Ada said, Ada boomed. Boomed means she said with a loud and deep sound, "No, not so fast. Wait for the bus to stop completely first." Right? Now, next. "Sorry, Ada, I need to get to class right away," he called as he jumped off the bus and ran to his classroom. As Ada told her, as Ada told him that not to move so fast, but what Ashraf said? Ashraf said, "Sorry, Ada, I need to get to the class right away." And he just jumped out of the bus and ran towards his classroom because today Ashraf was in a very hurry. He wants to share something to his friends. Right. So, first lesson was science. So, what was the first period? It was a period of science. But Ashraf was not listening. Sometimes it might happen with you also that whenever you want to share or discuss something to your friends, you are not concentrating in your studies. You are not just focusing in the period, right? You are not listening to your teachers. The thing which is going around your mind is that no, I want to share this thing with my friend. No, I want to share this thing with my friend. Let's just the period over quickly. So, in the same way, Ashraf was not listening to the science class. His eyes were on the clock. Okay, he was waiting for 11 a.m. for the first break. In your school, also, there is a 5 minute break. In the same way, Ashraf's school was having a break at 11 a.m. As soon as he heard the bell, he headed out to the yard. So, when the first bell rang of the break, he headed out to the yard. What does headed out means? Headed out means started moving towards to the yard. So he just quickly started moving to the ground, or you can say yard. Okay. "Hey Eugene, do you want to come around after school to fly on my plane?" So, who is Eugene here? Eugene and Sigan. They are the two friends of Ashraf. Ashraf, Eugene, Sigan. They three are friends. So, what did Ashraf said first to Eugene? He said, "Hey Eugene, do you want to come around after school to fly on my plane?" Means he was offering Eugene to come over his house after the school just because he's having an aeroplane at his house. "What plane?" "Sigan, come over here," Eugene called loudly. "Ashraf has a plane. Would you like to go Jupiter or Saturn?" So suddenly Sigan also come and Sigan asked, "What plane?" So Eugene called loudly to Sigan, and then what they started? They started just making fun of Ashraf. And they both said, "Do you know Ashraf is having a plane? And would you like to go to Jupiter or Saturn or to Mars?" "Look, I promise you that I have a plane. It can seat four people comfortably. Come and see." Ashraf persisted. But this time, what happened? Ashraf said, "I promise that I am having a plane. After school, you can come to my home and you can see that plane. And in that plane, four people can sit comfortably." So Ashraf persisted this time to his friend Eugene and Sigan. What is the meaning of persisted here, student? Persisted. It means continued to request his friends to come home. Okay, who persisted? Ashraf persisted to Sigan and Eugene. "Is it like the time you made a time capsule that you could send us into the future?" Sigan reminded him. So once what happened before the invention of plane, what invention Ashraf has did? He made a time capsule. I hope you all have heard about the time machine, which can take you to 2 or 3 years back or forward. So, in the same way, once Ashraf invented a time capsule by saying to his friend that it can take to you in the future. So, Segan reminded him this time. "I got into so much trouble thinking that I would wake up and find myself 2 grades up. I stopped studying for my exams and got all D's," said Eugene. So now what Eugene said? Eugene said, "Okay, at that time also you told us that you had made a time machine which can send us in the future, and if we are in third standard, we can go in fifth standard without studying." So we both didn't study it at all. And what happened next? We got D grades. The grades D are very bad. So what grades Eugene got? He got D grades. Or is this like the time you dismantled your dad's radio, telling us that the radio frequencies can turn into waves that would make us visible? I got into trouble for making faces, thinking nobody could see me, laughed Segan. Then what happened? Next, Segan said that, "Oh, did you remind that once you told us that you have just dismantled, means you have broken your dad's radio, and you told us that with the frequencies of radios or the waves can turn us into invisible." Invisible means we cannot be seen by others, right? So, what Ashraf told Segan and Eugene at that time, that he had made some radios waves frequency which can turn them into visible. So at that time what they both did, they both just make different kinds of faces, Segan and Eugene, because they thought that no one is seeing them. But what happened, they were visible to all of them can, all everyone can see them, and all just made fun of them as well. So discussing these invention of Ashraf, they both started laughing. "Oh, Ashraf, you just never gave up," said Eugene. So, what Eugene said? Eugene said, "Oh, you're very good in invention and you just never gave up. You are doing new inventions, new innovations, and as well, right? Well, you must come. This time I have found the formula," Ashraf insisted. But now what happened? This time Ashraf said, "No. My invention is very good this time. So you all can come to my home." Means you both can come to my home and you just see what I have done. Insisted means when we are forcing someone, when we are just requesting someone to come. So this time what Ashraf is requesting to his friend, he said, "No, this time my invention is very good. So you both have to come to my home and you can see my invention." Okay. So student, today we will discuss till this page only, page number 43. So what you have to do in your homework, you have to go one more time with the video, through the video, and you have to do practice of reading. And whatever I have taught you today, you all have to just one more time, listen to me very carefully. Okay. And word meanings are given in your book. 6 word meanings are here in page number 42 and 43. So you have to do these 6 word meaning as well in your fair notebook. This is your homework, right? Now in the next video we'll meet again with the remaining portion. Till then, all of you stay home, stay safe, and please take care of yourself.